Yeah, welcome back everybody. Let's take a few more questions on simple geometry. Let's go and we go straight to it. Let me bring the first question here. The instruction, first of all, find the lettered angles in each of the following. Where a point O is given, it is the center of a circle. So wherever you see O in the diagrams, it represents the center of a circle. Now this is the first question. This is the first question, number 1A. We want to find angle A. We can see first, if I construct a chord here, would see that the circle is now divided into two segments. This is one segment. This is one segment, which is a major segment, and this is another. This is another segment, which is a minor segment. This is another segment, and we would see therefore that this angle 40 degrees and this angle are in the same segment, so they are going to be equal. That means this is also 40 degrees. Now let me erase to make that clearer. This angle will also be 40 degrees. Here, because this angle and this angle are both in the major segment, so angles in the same segment. Now we can find A. 90 degrees plus 40 plus A is 180 degrees. Sum of angles inside this triangle, and that simply means A plus 90 plus 40 equals 180. Angles in a triangle. This is A, which simply means A 90 plus 40 is 130, and that means A is 180 minus 130 degrees, which means A equals 50 degrees. We go straight to the next, which is question B. Now that's the second question. That's B. We want to find angle W here. I can construct another radius here. That's another radius. So if that's a radius, that means this will also be 58 degrees. Base angles of this isosceles triangle, it has two equal lengths, radius, radius. So these base angles are going to be equal. Now if that's 58 degrees, this is also another isosceles triangle, radius, radius. So that means this triangle is isosceles, and that simply means this angle is also W. Now if I know that if this is 58 and this is also 58, that means this is 58 plus 58. 58 plus 58 is 116, and when we subtract that from 180 minus 116 is 64 degrees. That means this is 64 degrees. If this is 64 degrees, then what do I do to find W? Okay, I can extend the radius here. If I extend this line, then that means this angle is going to be 180 minus 64. The whole of this angle is 180, so this one will be 180 minus 64, and that will be 116 degrees. If that's 116 degrees, this is also therefore 116 degrees, vertically opposite angles. Then that means W plus 116 equals 180. Sum of angles in a triangle. So which simply means W plus 116 equals 180, and that means 2W equals 180 minus 116, which means 2W equals 64. And of course, dividing both sides by 2, W will be equal to 32 degrees, and that's it simply. Now to the next, we go straight to the next. think I already have some writings here. Now to the next, which is C. Let's copy the diagram. Yeah, that's the diagram. Question C, how do we find Y? First of all, this is going to be 180 minus, the whole of this is 180. So this blue angle will be 180 minus 85, and that's 95 degrees. 95 degrees. Now that I know that this plus this is 180 degrees, because the sum of the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary, and this is a cyclic quadrilateral. So this angle and this angle are supplementary. This plus this is 180, this plus this is also 180, but this is the one I need. I was trying to erase the markings. So that means this is going to be, this angle is going to be 180 minus 62 degrees, and that 1 minus 60 is 120, minus 8 is 100, minus 2 is 118 degrees. 180 minus 62, that's 118 degrees. Now I know that angle 118 degrees is an exterior angle to this small triangle, and it is equal to the sum of opposite interior angles. That means angle 118 degrees is 95 plus y. So I can simply say y plus 95 equals 118. Exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of opposite interior angles, and that means y equals 118 minus 95, which simply means 118 minus 95, and that's going to be 118 minus 95, and that's 118 minus 95 is equal to 23 degrees. That means y equals 23 degrees. Down to the next, which is D, and that this is the, let's put the diagram there. That's question D. We want to find Q here. How do we go about that? I know that if this is 116, then this will be half of 116, which is 58 degrees. Angle at center is twice angle at circumference. So that means angle at circumference is half of angle at center. So now that we know that, how do we find Q? If I construct another radius here, that's another radius, that simply means this angle will also be Q. Let me write the 58 degrees here. The whole of this is 58 degrees. Now this small angle is Q. Base angles of this isosceles triangle, base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. Now if this is 25, sorry about that, if this is 25, this will also be 25 degrees. This will also be 25 degrees, and I already know that 25 plus Q, the whole of this is 58. That simply means Q is going to be 58 minus 25, and that's going to be 33 degrees. So we can move on. The next one is E. We'll move on to the next one very quickly. This is E. That's question E. I think that can go up a little. Question E. And what does that say? We want to find angle M. How do we find angle M here? If this is 32 degrees, angle M, let's see. Okay, if this is 32 degrees, this is also 32 degrees. Angles in the same segment. If that's 32, then that means I can find this small angle. Okay, if that's 32, that means I can find this small angle. 100 plus 32 plus 100 is 132, and when we subtract that from 180, I'll get this angle. That will give me this small angle. So 180 minus 132 is 48 degrees. That means this angle is 48 degrees. Yeah, if that is 48 degrees, that means if I know this one, I'll be able to find M. Let's see how I can find this one. This angle, yeah. Okay, what do I do to find M here? This angle is an exterior, no, this angle 85 degrees is an exterior angle to this triangle, and we can see that. So that means it is equal to the sum of opposite interior angles. Or do I even need to do that? I think that would be a longer method. I can simply find this. 180 minus 85 is going to be 95 degrees, because the whole of this is 180 degrees. So if that's 95 degrees, then I know the two of the angles inside this small triangle. So I can now say, of course, this is going to be 180 minus M. Do I even need to do that? No. The approach is very important, so you don't make it difficult when it's already simple. I know that angle M is an exterior angle to this triangle. So that means M is equal to the sum of opposite interior angles, which is 95 plus 32. I go over that again in 1 second. Angle M is an exterior angle to this triangle. So that means it's equal to the sum of opposite interior angles, and these are the opposite interior angles. So M equals 95 plus 32, and that's simply 95 plus 32, that's 127 degrees. Yeah, okay, I don't want this to be too long, so let's stop here and take a breather to come back in a few. Thank you very much and stay blessed. Bye bye.